Why didn't you guys tell me that yesterday's video, the subscribe thingamajiggy that goes on the screen was on my face? It's crazy. I just noticed it when I was about to record this video. The little subscribe edit was on my face instead of being in the corner like I usually put it. See, this is what you get for not being able to get an editor yet, but one day it'll happen. So once I can delegate editing my videos to somebody else, it'll be game changer, and it'll be way better for you guys to get a better experience overall on these videos. But today was a good day, and it's a good day every day. Why? Because of my mentality, how I set up my mind every morning. As soon as I wake up, I already know what I'm gonna do. I'm already ready to tackle the day. I know what has to be done and how I want to get it done. It's just a matter of just attacking it. So if you guys set your goals day to day at the end of the day for the next day, just like I tell you guys, and you write it down and you start switching your mindset and learning and knowing that nobody's gonna come do the work for you, you have to put it in yourself. You're gonna start becoming that better person and attracting those better habits and creating those better habits little by little, just like I have. And I'm still not perfect. I'm never gonna be perfect. I'm always learning something new. I'm always learning how my energy levels are through the day. And it also comes down as to how we train or how we do things during the day or how much caffeine do we drink or how much do we sleep. Like it's so many factors that you go through day by day. Like balance is pretty hard. You're probably never gonna have balance in your life at all, to be honest, and that's okay because whenever you have to do something, if you couldn't do it during a certain hour, you still have to get it done that day or the day after. But it must be done, so it doesn't matter if at what time it is. You still have to do it, and you know you have to do it. So don't worry too much about a timed schedule, but just a task schedule. Like get your tasks done for that day. Try not to like procrastinate. Like that's another word that I don't use. I used it like twice this week, but I don't use procrastination anymore just because I used to say, oh, I procrastinate, procrastinate, procrastinate. Once we say negative words and words that are useless, like, well, yeah, useless, they are pretty useless because we're not supposed to be really using them at all. But we just the minute that we give power to the bad words, they become extremely powerful, especially because, as you guys know, negative things always pop out way more than positive things. It's the same thing when you're talking to yourself or when you're repeating things like in a negative manner. You're giving negative energy to that, and the world already has enough negative energy. So stop doing it. But yeah, so in the morning, went to the gym. We hit shoulders, good shoulder day. Walked 3 miles yesterday. As you guys know, I ran those. Oh, you guys don't know because I recorded before, but I ended up doing 3 miles yesterday running. I posted it on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. And subscribe to the channel. Like the video, comment down below, whatever, whatever. But I ran 3 miles, even though my calf was kind of still kind of messed up, and I felt so proud, man, so proud. Like I pushed through heavy. Like I felt my calf through all every mile, but I still needed to get it done. But my mind said you have to get this done because if not, you're never gonna get through it. And I did it. Now today my quads were a little bit sore, just because I guess I was putting a lot more unconsciously or maybe consciously. I was putting a lot of force on the quad more than the calf, just because the calf was sore, obviously. So my quad was kind of sore, but still today I went for a 3 mile walk. Again, we're not counting the walks for the 1,000 miles, so we're still about at 102 or 101 miles. With those three, we should be at 103 miles, to be honest. But April just started. Hopefully, this April we go even harder than we went on March, and we get another 100 miles in, or maybe more. Who knows? Maybe we turn into Superman or something. But and another thing I wanted to point out is, besides accomplishing the physical things, I was working on the Etsy shop, and I logged into the Etsy shop, and they had taken down 15 listings because I because of copyright infringement, and that's something that I'm gonna touch on. And those sales that I did with some of those listings, which were, I think it was three different listings out of 15. Yeah, well, you get the money, but now your store has a warning, and they're able to like ban you or take out your best seller star badges and things like that. So that kind of sucks, right? But I'll make sure not to do that again. I already knew I shouldn't have done that, but I go on the copyright infringement website. I look up every single picture, word that I'm gonna use to see if it's copyrighted or whatever. And one word wasn't in there. But then it works like this: if it's, let's say it's a name, and it's first name, last name, and you only use the last name because it shouldn't be copyrighted, I guess, because they have both. It still works. Like they can still get you. So got the email with the LLC company of that specific um, copyright thing, and it was two things, two different companies, and they were the official company. So there's that. So I had to take them down. I'm never gonna do it again, obviously. And I already knew that the copyright infringement things, but for that specific word, I didn't see anything. But now I know that it works for double name or double branding. Like if a gym has two names, two words, and you use the second word, I think they can get you for the second word either way. Like it's ridiculous. You have to get around everything. So never doing it again. Now, when I start making videos about how I started the online store, and again, I'm not a professional at the online store or online running business, but I'm building experience and I'm going day by day. I've already made over $500 in the store, and so I could teach people like how to start, how I'm starting, and maybe again, there's people who are way smarter than me and put in more hard work than me, and there's people that want to start an online business, they don't know how to. Maybe I'll give you some steps and show you some channels that you can look into, like how I did, and just start putting in work. Everything I do is on the computer. Before I was like, I'm going to design on my iPad because I was used to using the iPad for Procreate and things like that. But I don't need Procreate now. You can use Canva, which is something, a page that you can pay a subscription for. Now there's a free there's a free thing for everything, right? But the premium stuff is always the most needed stuff if you want to really increase your sales or do better things with whatever program you're using. And it's always like that. I don't care what anybody says. You cannot start any business with $0. I don't care what anybody says. You can't. Like you can't be successful at it. There's no way unless you have an extreme, like you're super smart and like you have the power to detect what's trending like this, and you can create the ultimate unique designs that people will buy off rip. That's great, but it doesn't happen. Yeah, like most people, and me, from watching so many creators tell their story, show their numbers and things like that, and most of them, and a lot of people say that you can start with $0, but bro, yes, you can start with $0. You still have to pay. Like, I do Etsy. On Etsy, you still automatically you have to pay your listing fee, which is 20 cents. And one listing is not gonna get you a sale. You have to do quantity, and then those 20 cents add up. Like over 5 months, for example, I've spent over $200 in just $200, from 20 cents to $200 in just listings. Now I made over 500, but you still have to do another deductible, like deduct the tax, the transaction fees, and all that stuff. So yeah, you can't start any business at $0. I don't care what anybody on the internet says, bro. They're all lying to you. But you can start low budget small businesses, and if you want to truly start with like the programs that you don't have to pay premium memberships for, you can, and play around with it and just do some stuff. But it's still, you have to put your account information on there. You still have to, uh depending where you do it, it's like like for example Shopify, you pay $1 and you get like a free shop or whatever. But in Shopify, it's not a marketplace. Etsy is a marketplace. Shopify, you create your own store, but you have to bring your own traffic into Shopify. Etsy brings you traffic. It's completely different. And at the end of the, I'll do a more in-depth video on this whole online selling world, because I'm still learning as well, and I want to get in depth with everything. But guys, I'm learning this new business, how to design, how to catch trends, how to start a business overall online. I'm still doing my physical challenges, which is going to the gym at 4 a.m., waking up at 4 a.m. And I make it to the gym at 5 a.m. Let's be clear. I wake up at 4 a.m., get ready, be at the gym by 5, get a workout in, come back home, start working on the Etsy shop. I do these YouTube videos every single day, and it's not like the best edited YouTube video, but I still have to sit here and document this for myself and document it so you guys can see my entire journey and how I started from zero and how I'm gonna make it to wherever I make it. I already know where I want to be. And whenever that day comes, you guys will see that this is how I started, by cheap cameras, not a big setup, nothing special, just hard work, dedication, and a huge purpose, which is way bigger than me. Again, I'm living a second life, like a second chance. Motorcycle accident, I could have died right there. This is all borrowed time. This is all an extra life. I cannot take my time here for granted. I cannot sit there and be a loser and do the things that all these loser people are doing, man, and be stuck in an NPC world. Hell no. So with that being said, I hope you guys are having a good week. It's Thursday. Don't start thinking start texting your buddies, what are we doing this weekend? Let's go drinking, yo, let's do it. No. Start thinking of a name for your next business, bro. Like, start doing something. Start thinking of a name for your next brand. Like, if you want to be a personal trainer, your next business, if you want to sell hats, shirts, if you want to sell things online, if you're good at drawing, sell portraits, anything. If you're an electrician, go the electrician way, like hard labor, like physical labor. But as long as you own your company, as long as you put in the work and the hours necessary to build your brand, build your business, build who you are as a person, bro, you're always gonna win. You cannot fail, and nobody can look at you and say, "Oh, this guy's a loser. He doesn't work that hard." Yeah, he puts in the work every single day to build the man that you see right there. So catch you guys tomorrow.